All right, this is page 10 of the test prep that we were working on. This is an active low, set and reset, and it's a clock that's enabled. It's not an edge-triggered clock, but it's an enabled clock. So it starts off with a set that is low, and that means that Q comes out high, it comes out set. And then we kind of look at what happens during the region where the clock is enabled, where we get a 1 here, in low conditions. And that means it's not picking up anything that would trigger this any other way, such as a set or a reset. Now I'm going to come across here and try to draw this line straight down, like this. And it looks like then, I got to make these things a lot clearer. It looks like it picks up a set. But then before this thing closes off, it also picks up, stops that set, and picks up a reset. So if I'm drawing my line correct, this is going to be in that window. So the last thing it'll hear is a reset. So when that clock goes negative edge, like that, and it's no longer enabled, then it'll reset. Okay? So as we go across here, again, set and reset are not part of the picture here because they're both ones. But we'll look at what happens while it's enabled. And if I'm going to draw these lines down here, I'm going to try to sketch these so that they work okay. It looks like, to me, that the last thing that would have happened is J is 1 and K is 1. So I get both the set and the reset while the clock is enabled. And that would be a toggle condition. So it should come over here and then toggle if my alignment is correct. All right, then we go across here. Again, we pick up during this enabled part, K is 1, J is 1. Nothing's changed in here, so that's a toggle position when it reaches the next place where that clock edge drops off. That looks like another toggle. All right. Now, everything's got to happen during the pulse, so it looks like my pulse stops right here, and it would then pick up only active lows, except there's an asynchronous reset right there. So that kind of trumps everything, and we should get at that point, instead of toggling, even if that was a toggle, instead of toggling, we should get an active reset, and since it's already low, that would mean that it stays low. The next opening for anything to happen, the set and reset are both back to high again. And this time in this thing, it picks up J is 0, but K is 1. And if K is 1, and that's the last thing that it heard before going negative, then that should mean that it remains 0 down here. Okay, K is the reset. All right, so over here, let me see if I can draw these things down here and pick that up. It looks like I've actually drawn this incorrectly. It looks like before that thing goes negative over here, I actually get a J value of 1 just before it drops off. So if that's true, then that will go back up again. And we'll start to head over here again, wait for the next clock pulse, but we get an asynchronous set right at this point. So, well, that's okay because I'm already set. So the asynchronous set in this case doesn't do anything but set it the way it already is. All right, so the next thing that I get is in this area here, where it looks like, regardless where I am, set is 1, reset is 1, J is 1, K is 1. So that's a toggle condition when the clock drops off here again, and that should bring me down. And then same thing over here, when that clock is toggled back down again, I should get another toggling. All right, so unless my alignments are off, which they probably are, that would be correct. Now to correct this, we'll try to make it so that it's obvious what happens in what clock pulse. So, and we won't have quite so many events. So I'll probably take this square wave and stretch it out into a much longer square wave so it's clear what falls in what. But hopefully that's what you got for problem 10.